Welcome to everyone to the Voluntary Benefits Shop bi-weekly webinar series. We'll be doing these webinars every other Thursday bi-weekly at 11 a.m. You'll continue to get notification about these webinars, so please feel free to join any of the upcoming webinars that you see fit for your business. The next webinar will be 2 weeks from today, and we'll focus on the Transamerica Life with Long-Term Care or Life with Living Benefits program. My name is Mike Walker. I am the president of the Voluntary Benefits Shop, and I am the host for the webinar series. Today's webinar is from Guardian and focuses on how to utilize their fantastic VB products, voluntary products, to increase your Guardian bonus. We know many brokers are really focused on that Guardian bonus, but also many have not utilized the voluntary products to the degree that they could to maximize that bonus. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Today's speakers from Guardian are Sean Bryan and Ryan Pancake. And with that, without further ado, I'll turn it over to Sean and Ryan to get started and tell us about the Guardian bonus and some of the Guardian features. Thanks, Sean and Ryan.
Thanks, Mike, and welcome everybody. My name is Sean Bryan. I'm an executive sales consultant at the Guardian. And Ryan, you want to introduce yourself as well? I'm sure people could see you there.
Sure. Yeah, thank you very much, and welcome everybody. My name is Ryan Pancake. I'm a sales consultant here with Guardian.
Yeah. So today what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go through a few topics. First and foremost, just give you a quick overview of the Guardian. I don't know when the last time was you looked at us, but want to make sure you're aware of what we offer. We're then going to get into the meat of it. We're going to talk about how using the voluntary benefits can actually maximize our SPC program. We're going to walk you through a few of our really innovative features and product updates, so you're aware of what's the latest and greatest. And then finally talk a little bit about our decision support technologies that the VB shop has partnered with us to bring out to the market. So just getting started, why don't we go through the overview? Ryan, you want to take that away?
Yeah, thanks, Sean. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Go to the next slide here. So
sure.
What you'll see here on this page is a real high-level overview of a lot of different product categories that Guardian can provide your clients. And what you'll notice here is that aside from major medical, Guardian has just about all the products that you're probably presenting and working with your clients to meet the needs of their employee populations. Most of these products here we can offer on a voluntary basis as well as an employer-paid basis. And while we do have a lot of these products, Guardian always likes to mention that we can simplify administration by providing your clients one policy number. And if you're working on an EDI feed, we can encompass all these products on one EDI feed, which also makes administration much easier, reconciliation much easier in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I've been with Guardian 15 years, Ryan, and I remember when it was just, we had medical back then, but I remember it was just sort of dental, vision, and we were kind of a life and DI carrier. But oh boy, has that changed in 15 years, because now we're a major ancillary line carrier, and our worksite product portfolio, and I'm specifically referring to accident, critical illness, hospital indemnity, cancer products, which fall under that supplemental health, have just grown exponentially.
Yeah, Sean, that's a great point. And with all these different products that we offer, we're really able to help brokers not only provide the commissions that they need to provide their producers, but we can also drive revenue within the shops, which is what I think we're going to talk about next year.
Yep, sure. There you go.
Great. So in terms of driving revenue, keeping all those products that we previously showed you here, and you can see the full gamut of products that Guardian offers here in the bottom right-hand corner. Guardian provides an additional compensation program called the Guardian SPC program, the Special Producer Compensation Program. Within this program, we have two different ways that a firm can qualify, and that being new business premium or new lines of coverage count. So you can qualify based on a premium amount or a lines of coverage amount. We pay it in two different ways as well. We pay the new business bonus, and we also pay a persistency bonus. So with the varying sizes of firms, we recognize that some firms may produce more than others, and we have various payout schedules for these different firms. But bottom line is that by using voluntary benefits, you can actually qualify for this Guardian FPC program much quicker than if you weren't using this program, weren't using voluntary benefits otherwise.
Yep, sure. I'm going to show you an example here. Did you want to walk through it, or?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
So this
great.
is considering a small group agency, a smaller agency that has under $2 million of in-force business with Guardian. We know that majority of cases that Sean and I sell typically have 4 lines of coverage. That tends to be the average: life, disability, maybe a voluntary life, and maybe a dental or vision. We know that if you only sold those 4 lines with Guardian, it would take you up to 10 groups to write with Guardian in order to qualify for the lines of coverage count for the SPC program. Now, if you were to add in voluntary benefits, we can get you there a lot quicker. As you can see here, if you were to add in the cancer, the critical illness, the hospital and the indemnity, or any one of those products, we can get you there with 6 groups.
Yeah, and Ryan, I think that, as we're all getting busier and trying to be more efficient, trying to maximize what you can in each interaction with a policyholder is really the name of the game, right? And so if you can do, in a sense, it's the same amount of work, but you're doing it with one employer, not multiple employers, and so that way you can achieve the bonus quicker, and we pay you for it, right? And we're giving you a bonus if you do it that way.
Yeah, and if you take a look at a larger firm, what that looks like, and again, this is with the notion that larger firms, they have a larger book of business. In this case, a firm that has $2 million to $7.5 million of in-force business with Guardian, we expect a little bit more from those firms, and they're in a bit of a rhythm with Guardian. So again, using the average 4 lines per case, it would take you 14 groups to qualify for the SPC program. But with voluntary benefits, you can get there with 8 groups. But I would be remiss too, Sean, to mention that you could write one large case with all these lines too, and get up to that first year premium number as well. So if you're right there on the threshold and you're sitting there $575,000 of new business premium with those core lines, consider adding a couple supplemental health lines to push you over that threshold.
Yeah, and so from a financial standpoint, into your pocket, you literally could go from like no bonus to a big bonus, right? Now we didn't put the actual percentages in there because we'd like to have those conversations with you directly, and you can certainly reach out to Ryan and I after this, and we can have those conversations about the actual numbers of the bonus. But just we've got the gold, the silver, the bronze levels, and obviously as it goes from bronze, silver to gold, the payouts increase, and we can walk through that with you on more of a personal one-on-one situation.
That's a great point, Sean. And this is the time of year where we really start strategizing with this conversation. So please engage your Guardian rep, whether it's Sean, myself, or any of the other reps in the region.
Great. So we're going to talk a little bit about some new technologies that are available that Guardian's been working with. And so, there's a lot of enrollment platforms out there in the market, right? And that's kind of on the slide here. We put up quite a few that we are partnered with and we do a fair amount of business with. And so the key is how do we engage the employees and give them great recommendations? And so there's been a number of studies that have been done recently, and there's different generations. There's the millennials, the Gen Xers, the baby boomers, and it turns out that there's different preferences on how folks want to consume and learn about the benefits. And so Guardian's trying to take the approach that we want to meet you where you want to be met, whether it's digitally, whether it's, it's analog, which meaning like, face to face on person. We're trying to do that. But so we have a tool to help out with the digital connection where employees want to be met. And we've partnered with a company called Naya. So Naya does digital decision support, which basically means is it's sort of like a TurboTax, if anyone uses that, or where you go online and you answer a series of questions, and based on those questions or the answers to the questions, it will ask you different questions. And based on the answers to those, it will actually give you a personalized recommendation as to what your benefits should be, right? You don't have to agree with it, but at least it takes you through the series and explains to you why it's making the recommendation. These things, some of these can actually be integrated right into the enrollment platform, or it can be used as sort of a pre-communication tool where you educate the employees on the benefits, give them a chance to learn a little bit about it, and then move into the Ben admin system to actually make the enrollment.
You know, Sean, what I really like about this system is not only does it tell me what I need, but it explains to me why I need it. Not just that I'm 45 years old, married with some children, but it tells me based on my medical claims why, my experience with medical, why I might need one of these voluntary products and how it can help fill that gap.
Yep, absolutely. And so here's a little slide that they put together for us. But it says NIA cutting edge decision support using data and analytics to help employees learn about the and to elect voluntary benefits. The guy who built NIA is actually a data scientist, and what he's all into this big data you hear about nowadays. And this tool, when you're going through it, actually scrapes the internet for information about the member with the member's permission and gives them a personalized recommendation. We're not going to take you through a demo today of the system. I will say, though, if you're interested, reach out to Ryan or I or one of the other Guardian reps, and I think you'll find it to be, or reach out to Mike and he can help us set it up as well. But it's a pretty powerful experience for the member to go through to learn about their benefits. It's kind of 3 steps. It takes you through. It builds rapport with you, and ultimately will ask about some medical utilization. It will provide those recommendations, like you can see here. Where it's got a recommendation built in for you. And then you can select one of those and it will email that to you, so you have that when you're actually going into the Ben admin system. There are a few, like I mentioned before, there are a few Ben admin systems that have integrated this, so you don't even know you're actually on a separate website, but it's one succinct program that you go through. That makes sense.
Sean, when we went through this, what I really liked is the fact that I had a roadmap to help me elect benefits. And that's something I'd never really had before. And I felt like I was a little bit more engaged in the process and in the decision process up front. But even afterwards, I felt very comfortable in my elections too, because of this data that we use going through our own personal Guardian elections.
That's great. That's great. So here's the offer that Guardian has made, and I'm gonna actually point you towards this side of it, because this is for existing groups and this is for new groups, right? So any new client that comes to Guardian after 2/1/22, right, that brings us 2 new Guardian voluntary products, we will offer the NIA platform for free for 12 months. So that's the initial enrollment plus the new hires throughout the year. The case must have our a level commission, has to be 50 lives or more. And you have active enrollments, which means members have to make a decision in the enrollment process. And then the last one you don't have to worry about. But if those conditions aren't met, though, let's say you want to do it again, you do it for the first year, and you're saying, well, I would like to do this again for the second year. Well, we can add 2 new voluntary products. But if we don't have 2 new voluntary products to offer, it's only $6 per employee per year, to keep the program going. We have seen groups that have elected to pay that. But again, free for the first year. They get their taste for it. They can bring that digital support, and they may decide the second year they don't want to use it. I mean, so that gives them some choice as time go on.
Yeah, and that $6 per employee per year fee is heavily discounted. If you were to go out on the retail side to NIA Direct, a group certainly would not receive that fee. So there is certainly a benefit to partnering with Guardian on this initiative.
That's correct. So let's move on. We thought maybe we'll take this opportunity to give you a little update on some of our products and things that we've done just in the most recent 6 months. Some changes. Yeah.
So thanks, Sean. This is a list of our voluntary some of the voluntary initiatives that we've been working on here at Guardian. Hopefully next year we'll have a list that's maybe even a little longer with maybe some new products too. So I'll give you reason to come back and hopefully visit with us this time next year. But for now, we have our critical illness, hospital accident, and our short-term disability policies for our supplemental health offering. along with the pandemic, we've made some changes with our critical illness policy and included an infectious and contagious disease benefit that does cover coronavirus, COVID-19, along with some other infectious diseases. We thought that that was an important update to make given the pandemic situation that we were in. And then rate-wise, too, we heard your feedback. We decreased rates by a small margin here and filed for that. With hospital indemnity, one thing I really like on this is that we aligned our wellness with the accident coverage that includes well visits and COVID testing, immunizations. So with each one of these different supplemental health products, we include a wellness benefit, and we try to make it as easy as possible to qualify for that wellness benefit. And I think we hit the mark there on that hospital indemnity, in addition to removing that age 70 eligibility limit that was on there before, which is a drawback we felt.
Yeah, no, that was a big win for us. We got that.
With accident, and there's a couple things here that ring true to my heart. The child organized sport benefit, which pays 25% higher benefit if your child is hurt and covered under one of the injuries on the schedule.
Ryan, how many kids do you have now?
Four.
How many sports are they playing?
A lot.
So if someone gets hurt, you wouldn't mind getting an extra 25%, right?
That's so true. And we have I feel like we have a standing appointment at the local ER to come in quarterly for visits. But it's also worth noting too that registering in a child organized sport satisfied the child's need for the wellness benefit. So again, I think going back to
I don't mean to interrupt, but so you're saying that if you just sign the child up for an organized sport, they get the wellness benefit?
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So this is something new that Guardian. Yeah. But the wellness benefit pays not only for your significant other, yourself, your significant other, but also as many children as you were to have. So me having 4 children, I definitely have signed up for this and will reluctantly take advantage of this benefit, I'm sure, sometime in the near future.
So you're saying 4 kids, spouse, and you, so that it's a $50 wellness benefit, you could get $300, or what is that, right? $300? Am I doing the math right? Yeah, $300 out of the plan, and 4 of them just for playing sports, you're going to get it. So just you and your wife have to go to the doctor and do a physical or something.
Well, absolutely, and that's part of the reason I signed up. And going back to that NIA presentation that you ran through there, Sean, it helped me really clarify that with looking at my medical expenses and where that money was going, which is one reason why I elected that accident plan for us and our family.
Yeah.
And then finally, the short-term disability, and this is not to be confused with our voluntary short-term disability or our employer-paid. This is our worksite disability, short-term disability product. One provision that I really like on this is that waiver and premium is included on the benefit, which is atypical from a normal short-term disability policy. We allow for a lot of flexibility within this STD product because we recognize that people's needs change over time. And we allow that employees to select a benefit amount that meets their needs at that time, but also recognize that their needs may change over time. And we allow through our annual re-enrollment for participants to step up one eligible increment as time goes on and as needs change.
That's great. And I know that short-term disability plan, we do have the ability to layer it on top of another carrier's short-term disability plan as well. The only problem is we don't have the ability to layer it on top of our own short-term disability plan. So if we're doing the group STD plan, employer paid, we don't have the ability to add that on top of it. So that is a technical issue we have here at Guardian that we have not solved for yet. But if you've got it with another carrier, we could add this on top of.
Yeah, great point, Sean.
Yep. Okay, let's go on to the next slide. Yep, I think these are just 2 value adds we were going to highlight.
Yeah, so if you're familiar with Guardian's max rollover benefit with dental, you're automatically familiar with our rainy day fund. So, what this plan does is it's very similar to our max rollover plan in that we will roll over a certain amount of funds for frequency limitations that you might experience when you have an accident claim. And those frequency limitations could be doctor's visits, it could be therapy follow-ups, additional doctor's follow-ups, whatever the case may be. There's limitations on those. So what this rainy day fund can be used is to help fund the cost and cover the cost of those additional visits.
That's great, because inevitably every accident plan has like frequency limitations in there. Like you can only get 6 of something or 8 of something, and to have a fund that you can dip to if you need a few more extra, chiropractic visits, or if you actually or another follow-up visit with a doctor, that's really nice.
Yeah, just like our dental plan, it really stretches that annual maximum further. That the rainy day fund will do the same for frequency limitations on the accident plan. Yeah. And then the injury-free benefit, which unfortunately my family is not able to take a part of. This is a unique option for those more cautious families, that we will provide a $200 to $500 benefit if they are accident-free for 5 years. So if you have this policy in force for 5 years and you and your family remain accident-free, we'll pay a benefit out for that.
So I think it was interesting that it says here on the screen that any wellness and concussion baseline study claims don't apply, so you can still get those benefits out of the plan. And then if you have no accident, you can get some money back, which I love that, because inevitably this is voluntary and people are going to say, is this worth it, right? But when you add in the fact that you get wellness benefits, if you get a concussion baseline study, you can get benefits, and if you don't have an accident, we'll give you some of your money back, right? I mean, it's a good buy in my mind, and I think that's one of the reasons we're seeing great success and participation in our products.
Absolutely, great point, Sean.
So let's just move on. So obviously we are sponsored here by Mike and the VB shop, so we want to talk to you a little bit about our underwriting offer that we have if you work through the VB shop, right? Guardian has some preferred enrollment firms throughout the United States, and here in the Mid-Atlantic, we're fortunate enough that we have a nice partnership with Mike and his team, and because of that, we feel confident we can offer a more generous offer. And so, just going to go through some of the details. I mean, for groups that have 50 or more lives, we're offering enhanced guarantee issue amounts. We are offering perpetual open enrollments, which means you can get an open enrollment every year for accident, hospital indemnity. We are waiving the pre-X and maternity limits when you have 100 lives or more, so that people can come on even if they're pregnant, right, when they're over 100 lives. We have agreed to remove the age reductions from our critical illness program. So and the fact that Ryan, you'd mentioned that age 70 limit's gone. It really provides this benefit to any working member of an employer. And then the big thing, to make things easy and to give employers confidence they're not going to kind of offer this, then they can't have the plan, is we've reduced our participation requirement down to just 5 employees per product, right? So I mean, I know Mike and his team would be upset if they only got 5 employees, but at least it gives the employer the comfort that, like, all right, if there is no interest, we can still have a plan with just five employees. And that's really, I mean, any size group, 500 life group, 5 employees. Again, we don't want to, we want to get enrollment. We want to make sure we do all the right things to encourage that. So I think that's it. I think we're just going to open it up for some questions.
Chelsea, do we have anything in the chat?
No, Mike, not as of right now.
Okay. Everyone, if there is any questions, feel free to chat them in while we are, waiting to see if there's any questions. I do want to say that we really appreciate Guardian as a partner. Sean and Ryan both appreciate both of you, but certainly the whole Guardian team. We've enjoyed working with Guardian over these last few years. And we really do also appreciate our block underwriting offer, because it allows us to provide an even better service to our broker partners. And just also really, the VB products have really come a long way in terms of those provisions that you guys have added to them. They truly are best in the industry at this point in time. So we do really appreciate that. Also, everyone, while we're waiting to see if anybody has any questions in the chat, please continue to think about the voluntary benefit shop for the voluntary benefits needs of your clients. If you're not familiar with us, certainly feel free to reach out to myself, Mike Walker, the president. You can see my email and my phone number here listed on this screen. But basically what we do every day are voluntary benefits, and we provide brokers with subject matter expertise on voluntary benefits on all carriers. And we provide enrollment solutions, benefit communications, and just support when it comes to voluntary benefits. So as you think about voluntary benefits, please think of us. Check out our website or email me if you want to have some further conversation about how we can help you grow your voluntary benefits revenue, help take care of your clients' needs, and help build that Guardian bonus with the introduction of voluntary benefits. So with that, I'll pause one last time to see if there's any questions. If there's anything in the chat, Chelsea?
Mike, we do have one question from Carol. She is wondering if they can receive the slides as she was late in joining.
Yes, we will actually have this presentation recorded, Carol, so we can send you the recorded version of the presentation as soon as it's ready. Anything else?
Looks like that's it.
Okay, so thanks very much, Sean and Ryan. Thanks everybody else for taking some time out of their day. Again, don't miss the next webinar in this series 2 weeks from today at 11 o'clock. We'll be talking about the Transamerica Life with Long-Term Care or Life with Living Benefits program. And we appreciate your time today. Thank you very much.